Hi there. Welcome to Coming Home. I'm your host, Dr. Onalee. It is my intention that you come home to who God created you to be after being in a narcissistic relationship. A topic I want to share right now is around avoidance. Avoidants are a form of a narcissist. They usually aren't as extreme with some of the tactics that you might think of when you think narcissist. Sometimes avoidants don't gaslight you. They don't do certain things like reactive abuse and get you to get to a certain point. But in my experience, avoidance to me have also been incredibly painful to be associated with. Avoidance will stonewall you. They won't reply back to you. They'll give you the silent treatment. They will leave you hanging. Communication is on their terms. They are not willing to resolve things in a timely manner, and they don't give you much clarity around when they want to communicate. Avoidance, too, often are the ones who ghost you. You don't hear from them. You don't know when you're going to hear from them next, and they sometimes will come back out of the woodworks. The reason being is that they are avoiding love. They are avoiding intimacy. They are avoiding connection. And what happens is when you realize you want somebody who's more intimate and has more connection and emotional availability, you most likely say that you're done. You block them, you shut the door, you swear off that you're not going to be with them anymore. And then, boom, like clockwork, they come back and they want to be with you. And you're surprised because they made it seem like they didn't fully want to be with you. They weren't fully choosing you or committing to you. The problem being is that an avoidant does this because after some time settles down and they get out of their selfish ways, they start to realize what they missed. Or they also realize the grass is not greener on the other side. They start thinking of the good memories. They start realizing what it was that they lost, an amazing, empathetic person who cares about them and has their back. In the middle, when they are being dismissive and they are avoiding the communication and the intimacy, they're only focusing on what's best for them in that moment. They're only focusing on wanting their alone time. They want their space. They want this and that. They want to be free. But as time sets in, they start to think about how much they've missed and what they're losing not having you. This is the problem, though, my friend. The reason that you'll probably stay in the cycle for years is because they don't ever learn the lesson. And it's pretty baffling. They do this behavior over and over and over and over and over again. They even swear that they're going to make it up to you for the rest of the year. And then they get distant again. They stonewall you again. Now they're wishy-washy if they even want to be in a relationship. This is what they do. For whatever reason, they don't seem to have the consciousness of the consequences of what's going to happen when you end the relationship or if they're not with you. But they are really motivated by your absence. That's another way you know you're really dealing with an avoidant person is your absence is what gets them to step up and to choose you and commit to you. They are not as motivated by your presence and when they have you. Narcissists will continue to fumble the bag, continue to not learn the lesson, and this doesn't end until you decide you're going to end it. To me, whenever I fully ended it with avoidance, was when I realized they're not learning their lesson. So they've done this one too many times. And now, what also I had to learn was that it would get to the point in the relationship where we're just talking about what are we? What are we going to be? Working on being together, seeing if we can give this another shot. It was not full feeling in love and joy and peace. And I would get to the point where I've had that before. So why do I need to entertain it with this person? I had entertained an avoidant situationship for 5 years, on and off, 5 years. This person, I really had a lot of chemistry and a lot of connection. This person never gaslit me. They never treated me outwardly like shit, but they would ghost me. They would leave me hanging. They wouldn't fully commit to me. But yet, this was the part that would mess with my mind. They would keep coming back. I would close the door and I would say, no problem. Like, I'm just open and available and want to be ready for a relationship. It seems that's not what you're wanting. And like clockwork, they would keep coming back. And it got to the point, 5 years of doing the silliness of this dance, I had to fully shut the door. But what was also going on behind the scenes and what might be happening for you is you're still thinking it will get better or eventually they'll be ready. Eventually they'll see you. Eventually they'll realize. Remember how it was in the beginning? This is what keeps us all stuck to narcissist avoidance or just unhealthy relationships is the beginning, the hope, what we thought or what we saw it could be. And then once it changed, we kept holding on to what we thought it would be. So I got to let you know with narcissist and avoidance, it is a fantasy. It is an ideal. Who they are and what they're presenting you with is who their main character is. And this is why they'll date people after you and they keep coming back to you because it wasn't about them finding better. It was that their real character showed up. And either that person didn't like it or they didn't like it, but they liked it better with you. Their character is not changing because they're not willing to change. They're not taking a look at it. They're not actually amending their behavior. And so you got to ask yourself, are you willing to go another year dealing with an avoidant, hoping it gets better? And then I would ask yourself, why? Why is that all you deserve? Why does that have to be your love story? Why does it have to be such a challenge and so hard and so sacrificing? I truly believe our Creator wants us to be happy, joyful, and free, and to wait and be open and available and ready for the one that we know God sent to us and confirmed that this is from God. So it is my intention with you that you go ahead and implement and embody anything that came up right now and really just ponder, really just question. How do you really feel in this relationship and why is that all that you fully deserve? And if you'd like to go deeper, you'd like some more support, I recommend doing a 30-minute call with me. That's a place where we can start. If you'd like to go through the 4 steps, I put the information below too. I got a comment today from somebody who just joined the 4-step program and I saw she's been in my world for a year and then she finally pulled the plug, got the $47 offer. And she said even in module 1, she's already mind blown and having so many shifts. That's a 20-minute video. There's 4 steps, 4 videos plus 14 bonus videos. Every single client of mine who worked the 4 steps and did a weekly call with me and in between support has 100% recovered. These are steps to help you have a psychic change, to get the ick with the narcissist, to release them, to come home to yourself and to stop settling. So 30-minute call, 4 steps, or I invite you to do the 4 steps with me. Go ahead and check the stuff below. If you submit a 5-star rating and type something when you scroll all the way to the bottom, but you screenshot it and send it to me on Instagram at Dr.Onalee before you hit submit, I will go ahead and send you a God Has Your Back free meditation and you'll be entered in to win a 30-minute one-to-one at the end of each month. I'm going to select 5 people. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Thank you for being here. Make sure to check out some of the new meditations that are going to be coming out for you as well. I look forward to seeing some messages from you and doing some work together. Talk soon.